the king of housing, your favorite property blog. So today I will be discussing on the anatomy of a high value property. So if you are joining me for the first time, please kindly hit the subscribe button so that you'll be getting more of my weekly episode. I want to ask you a question. What are you buying? Are you buying a house? Are you buying assets? This is where most investors fail because they get so excited with the aesthetics, they get so excited with the countertops, the tiles, the artificial look, and fail to look more into the engineering structures. The expensive mistake people do is focusing on what they see, focusing on what you see than how it was built. So today, the king of housing is going to teach you the anatomy of a high value property. Please, if you've not subscribed to our channel today, kindly do that. Hit the subscribe button so you get more of my weekly episodes. It was the 3 pillars of execution. First, let's talk about infrastructure. A property is only as valuable as the invisible systems that support it. As a project management professional, I don't just look at the paint. I consider the drainage, the power grid, the water supply, the water management, most especially the soil. The type of soil, is it a swampy area? So I know the kind of foundation that was built, or is it a dry land? These are the things you need to consider, you need to look into before investing or signing to purchase a single property. Some days back, I saved a friend of mine who almost bought a wrong property. He called me and said, the king of housing, please help me to inspect this if it's good to go. And I went. I looked at the building. Well, it was fine. It was very catchy. And I noticed something around the building from the foundation up, that there was a certain line, a line that rounds the building. This line went round. I followed the line round a water line. And I asked the owner, please, is this place a waterlogged area? And the man said, no, it's a dry land. I said, really? I said, okay, don't worry, we're going to check back. And I told my friend, please, let's walk down. And when we walked down, we looked at the streets. We noticed that area was being sloped down, and all the water, if it rains or if there is any downfall of water, whatever, the whole water goes down to that building, and it makes that compound to be flooded. And I asked some neighborhood, and they said, that place is always being flooded. Because of the flood, the owner had to run away from there. And that was how I saved a client. So these are the necessities you need to look into. You don't just look at the flashy things, lights, this, that, and forget about the necessity that will make you have a longevity property. So the second pillar of execution is the finishing standard. True luxury isn't just a flash. How beautiful it is, all those flashy things. No, that's not true luxury. It's about the consistency of the materials, the quality of the materials. There are so many flashy materials today that people will just be using in their houses and other, but they don't look at the longevity of it. So a true luxury is the consistency and the quality of the material. When I design, I lean into the mid-century, modern, and glamorous aesthetics because it is timeless, and it tells me that the structure is built for longevity and not just for the market trend. So our third pillar execution is location strategy. In real estate, geography is one of our greatest risk or greatest return. You have to understand the growth trajectory of that area before you commit your capital. You don't just see a building somewhere and say, it's cheap, it's affordable, it's very cheap. Oh, let me rush and get it. I bought property somewhere in River State. Oyibo precisely. I said, how many years ago he told me that Oyibo, he bought a property of about 1.5 million naira, a plot of land. And guess what? In 5 years' time, he got tired of the area and he said he wants to sell the land. Do you know how much they priced him? They were even pricing below that price. Do you get? So you just need to understand the growth of that area before you invest. There are locations. There's a place I invested in purchase of properties in Port Harcourt, and guess what? The year they were selling at 6 million, then the area is just kind of a waterlogged, swampy area, and so many people I told there were. I know one of my sister that is crying to you today because by the time she realized herself that she wants to buy, and she said, King of Housing is that land. Is it still available? I heard it's hot cake in Rivers State, somewhere around Pito Dili Road. And do you know what? When I made inquiries of the current price as at when she was ready to buy, the price has inflated from 6 million straight to 25 million. And she was still contemplating, thinking, going front, going back. I said, Madam, buy this land. I am telling you, this land has potential value. It is a futuristic land. And by the time she realized to make purchase, the land has increased to 38 million. That piece of land is sold for 250 million. So another thing you need to understand before investing in real estate but buying of property is what? The strategic location. Is it a futuristic area? What are the plans for this location? You must not go and kill yourself and buy where it has already been made. Though. It's not that I'm saying you should go where it has been made. You can still go to some local communities and see the urban plans of that area. Look at the future plans. Look at the government plans and invest. There is a location that I remember the year I bought land, that location. They are selling at, was it 400,000 or thereabout? And today, guess what? A plot of land there is above 3 million, 4 million just within 3 years interval. Location is a key. So today, I've been able to take you guys round on 3 pillars of execution of getting a high value property. That is the anatomy of a high value property, which are the infrastructure, the finishing standards, and location strategy. Project management professional, my take-home advice to you all this week is, when next you are going for a property inspection, don't just look at the wallpaper, the paint, the lighting, those flashy things. No, check out the materials, the seals, ask about the infrastructure. Want to build a portfolio that stands, you have to prioritize execution over emotions. I am the king of housing, and this is how we build for greatness. Subscribe to my YouTube channel right now and follow me on Instagram, the King of Housing TV. Next week, we shall be releasing a very wonderful episode, and as well, I'll take you guys round to some properties that you can invest on. Thank you very much for your time.